Why does Linda Dishman and the LA Conservancy Board sit on the fence today when in the 1990s their former president, Ruth Ann Lear, declared the following?
I'm on the board of directors for the Conservancy and in charge of our advocacy. The Southwest Museum is an issue that the Conservancy cares very deeply about, and this forum is part of a continuing series of programs that we have had from time to time as monumental issues in the field of preservation have come up. And, our challenge that has come out of that is to really generate some good-hearted thinking about the preservation of the museum, the reasons that it is important for the museum to stay where it is in its historic location, and how the museum can accomplish its future goals, which include significant expansion, renovation, a variety of different programs. And our challenge is to give to the museum's board of trustees a program about the success that is possible if they do decide to stay with the present site and to expand and rehabilitate, and what they can gain from doing that. Other alternative relocation may in fact mean that the museum will leave Los Angeles, and that is something, for many reasons, that we consider to be very ill-advised. So we are trying here to formulate a very constructive response, to look at the building as a very significant historic asset, and to see what is possible by utilizing that asset to the fullest extent. This museum is really the cradle of Los Angeles museums, the cradle of our culture, with the museums being the oldest museum in the Los Angeles area, and one of the first anywhere to be devoted to the history of Native Americans, Indians, and the Southwest cultures. Charles Loomis is a seminal figure in the cultural history of Los Angeles. One of the issues that has been very clear to us in evaluating the future of the museum is the close link between the building itself as a historic and cultural artifact and the collections it contains. The history of the building and the collections are all linked to the legacy of Charles Loomis, and the building itself is expressive of those cultures. We had a similar challenge some years ago when we first began getting involved with the Central Library, which in the late 70s became an endangered historic landmark. At the time, it appeared that there was a very good risk of losing the library, and the argument was made that the most important thing about that was the collections and the books and the archival materials, and not the building itself. And our argument was that the building itself was very expressive and very symbolic, and a critical cultural element too that was as important and part of the contents of the building. So that's our perspective on the issue.
This position is very clear, and it is an advocacy position. They also still support the community's vision as stated with the Garvalia plan. So, why have they flip-flopped today? Could it be that many of the Los Angeles Conservancy's past presidents and board members are now on the Autry payroll? No better reason has been given. And now, your moment of fun.
It's Autry's men making another raid.